In this video I'm going to be looking at why I take photographs, even though I'm not being paid for it. Join me, roll credits. Well, hi YouTube, Brian James at Micro Four Thirds Guy with you once again with this week's video. And it really is a pleasure to see you today because I'm away. You can see in the background, I'm away in the caravan for a few days. I'm at a place called Nunnykirk Caravan Site, which is about 6 miles away from Rothbury. Now Rothbury, for those of you who don't know where it is, and also those of you who are watching from overseas from the UK, Rothbury is really in the very far north of England. It's halfway between Hadrian's Wall and the Scottish border, so we're very much in the middle of Northumberland, the Northumberland National Park, and it's a beautiful scenario, beautiful scenery around here. It's absolutely stunning. We're not too far away from Alnwick and Amble, so we've got some really nice places up here to see. But this caravan site that we're on is absolutely bliss. It's been wonderful. We're miles away from main roads. We don't hear any traffic noise. We are just set here, surrounded by nature. It's all grass pitches, and there's not a crowded caravan park either. There's not much traffic going on through here, and we've got a few days away to thoroughly enjoy the peace and quiet. Now, because I'm enjoying the peace and quiet means I've also got the opportunity to go out and take some photographs. So I brought a couple of cameras with me. I brought my Lumix GX8, my 14-140 f3.5 to 5.6 lens, and I've also brought along this. This is my EM1 Mark II with the 100 to 300 Lumix lens that I've reviewed previously. You'll find links above both of these as I've been doing this video to the reviews on the 14 to 140 and the 100 to 300. I've been enjoying taking photographs. I really have. I've been out there doing it. Now, as I've said on this channel, it's a couple of years ago that I closed my photography business down and ceased to be a professional photographer. I've taken hundreds of thousands of photographs of people, and the quality that I used to put out as a professional photographer, I tend to think was very high, and I always got good results, and I always went out to please my clients. And the trouble was, it wasn't always fun. Now, if you're a professional, you'll know what I mean by this. You start doing a photo shoot and the whole time your brain's working, you're physically working, you're trying to make sure that everything's right. You're thinking of all the things that can possibly go wrong and make sure that they don't. You're preempting everything, and you're putting this mask on, this smiley mask, to try and encourage your clients to give their best, because it should be a really good fun experience for your clients most of the time. So you're trying to get the best photograph for your clients. But it's not necessarily fun for you. It's hard work. It is a job, and it is a profession. And because of that, sometimes we forget to have fun with our own photography. Well, that's finished for me now. And because I'm now just shooting purely as an enthusiastic amateur, if you like. And I'm going out and taking photographs. But why is it different? Can you still actually have fun taking photographs when you're not being paid for it? Well, I think the answer is yes, for various reasons. I think it's an emphatic yes, in fact, for various reasons. I'm here, as I say, I'm surrounded. You can see there's trees in the background. There's a lovely river which meanders through the centre of the site, crosses the site in two different places. And the wildlife here has been fabulous. There are stoats, there are weasels, there are squirrels, I actually saw a heron earlier. Unfortunately, for a big bird, they can't take off and disappear quickly, especially in the undergrowth of all the trees. And I just wasn't fast enough to get the camera out to take a good shot. There is time. I've got another couple of days here, and I'm determined I'm going to see one again and take a photo. I even, as I was driving around just off the site today, came face to face with a deer in the middle of the road who looked at me and then wandered back into the undergrowth, lording it over the environment that I was intruding upon with my car. And that was fabulous as well. So I'm surrounded by that, and I've been out this afternoon taking some photos, and I took some photos of the site. I've taken some of the river, and I've taken some of the local town. We've been to Amble today, which is on the sea, on the coast, and just taking some enjoyable photographs. Now, the one thing you will find about these photographs, which if you stick to the video, I'll be showing you them at the end. I'll let you see them at the end, what I've been taking. You might look at them and think, well, they're not very professional for a former professional photographer. They don't look very professional at all. And do you know what? I have a response to that. I don't care. One of the things about taking photographs for me as opposed to a client is I don't have to worry what other people think. I'm taking them for my enjoyment. Now, if you don't like them, that's great, but I do. And if you don't like them, it's tough. Sorry about that, but that's how it goes. If you do enjoy them, if you do like them, then that's an added bonus to me, and I really thank you for that. But the bottom line is, it really doesn't matter if anybody likes my photographs, apart from me. And that's the important thing. And that's now what's given me the enjoyment. But it's not all just about taking the photographs themselves. One of the advantages is you don't necessarily need to have all the top class gear to do it. You can take lesser gear out because you're trying to do something for you. You don't necessarily need the top of the line stuff. If you enjoy the top of the line photography gear, great, go for it. But so long as it makes it fun for you. But one of the things I'm really enjoying about this is going out in places like this. I'm surrounded by nature here. I could be in the middle of a town centre and I'm surrounded by the town. I'm surrounded by everything I see. In other words, I'm out seeing people, I'm out seeing environments, I'm out seeing what's around me. I could be taking a photograph of a pheasant like I did a little bit earlier on an expedition like this, or I could be in a town centre looking at architecture. I could be at the seaside like earlier on, looking at the harbour area and seeing what's there. All of those things are for me. And one of the beauties of taking photographs for yourself is they are for your memories. Now, this is why it doesn't really matter if the photograph is fantastic. And again, keep watching till the end because I will show you some of the photographs and I'll guarantee there'll be some you'll think, really? But that's okay, because those photographs may not mean anything to you. But I've put them in there because they mean something to me. They're the things which will provoke the memories of this trip in years to come. I'm getting old. I'm already getting old. I'm already old, but I'm getting older. So as time goes on, looking back through these photos will give me the memories of what I actually gained from this and give me the satisfaction that I can remember a really good experience, a really good weekend. It gives me exercise. Going out and about with a camera, get your feet moving. You know, you're not sitting in the office or sitting in the house or whatever it is. You're going off, you're getting your feet moving, you're getting exercise. You're going out in the fresh air, and that's always good for you, getting out in the fresh air. So there are all sorts of advantages to this. It also keeps the creative side of you going. You have to look at a scenario and you have to work out how you're going to photograph it best, what you're going to do to maximize what you've got. And that keeps the creative juices really at the forefront there. And that, again, is important as you get older. But the most important thing, it's just fun. It's plain fun, and we are allowed to have fun as we grow up. It's not a domain for kids. We're allowed to keep on having fun when we reach our 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and if you reach into the hundreds, you're still allowed to have fun. The fun changes, but you're allowed it. So why do I take photographs even though I'm not being paid for it? I take photographs because I'm enjoying doing it, because they are for me. The payment never enters into it. Now, don't forget, if you're enjoying this, please hit the subscribe button below. We've got over 5,000 subscribers on this channel now, and each and every one of you are so super important that you wouldn't believe it. Thank you so much for getting that figure up there. I wouldn't have believed it back when I started just over a year ago doing this channel, that we'd have so much. And if you do enjoy it and you want to keep on notifications of the video, hit the bell and all. And of course, as usual, if you want to help support this channel, there is a PayPal link. Buy me a cup of coffee. I'd really appreciate it. Now, don't forget, if you've enjoyed this, there's some photographs to come at the end of the session. Make of them as you will. I put them up there because I've enjoyed taking them. But whatever it is, until the next time, my name is Brian James, at Micro Four Thirds Guy. Whatever it is, keep on taking your camera out, keep on taking photographs, and keep on enjoying your photography, whether it's for somebody else or for you. See you soon. Bye-bye. Watch the videos. Come now.